All right, so now we're going to be talking about John Boyega. I apologize for derailing a little bit in the last video in regards to the whole incident with the teenager being beat up in Florida over a Trump hat. But I just saw it and I think, you know what? I need to see this. I need to talk about this because this actually is going on. But anyways, a few days ago, Daisy Ridley ended up making some comments saying that she doesn't feel like she's privileged. And then the people, the SJWs, the left, went to the defense of John Boyega, saying that how dare you say you're not privileged, Daisy Ridley? Why? Because in the oppression Olympics, it's about who is the most oppressed. Daisy Ridley is a woman, so yes, she would be oppressed, but she is white. John Boyega is a black man, and everyone knows that race is the first thing that gives you a head start in the oppression Olympics and the oppression Olympics. John Boyega, well, being a man, he was black, and we all know that blacks were the only ones who were enslaved in all of history. So therefore, John Boyega wins the oppression Olympics, and the left and the HWs come to the defense of John Boyega. But a few days later, John Boyega makes some badly worded comments in the sense like, he didn't mean it to say it that way, but he said it, and now they're going after him. Why? Because apparently he said he made some comments about Kelly Marie Tran, the actress who plays Rose Tico in Star Wars: The Last Jedi. He made some bad worded comments. I guess he just said it wrong. He just worded it the wrong way, and now they're going after him. But I know what you're thinking. But wait, Carlos, isn't John Boyega a black man? How would they go after a black man even though they just defended him? Well, because the person that he was addressing was a minority woman. Now that tops the cake. Now, if it was a minority male, they probably wouldn't care. But considering that the actors that he addressed was a woman and a minority, she wins the oppression Olympics compared to John Boyega. So now they're going after him. I know it's really ironic how the left comes to the defense of you, and then next thing you know they turn against you. Hence the quote that I will continue to say in regards to the left, and the wise Green Goblin said it. In spite of everything you've done for them, eventually they will hate you. So why bother? Right? Amazing, right? Amazing quote. Amazing quote. Who would have thought that villains would make more sense today than they were taken seriously back in the day? Right? Even as a kid, I thought like, the Green Goblin's wrong. I don't like the Green Goblin. But as an adult, I'm thinking, yeah, to some degree, the guy was right. The guy was right. No matter what you do for people, they will always find something to hate. They will always find something to hate you for. Look at J. Jonah Jameson when it comes to Spider-Man. J. Jonah Jameson hates Spider-Man, and Spider-Man is always risking his life. And it comes to John Boyega. He's doing a lot of good things, right? He's trying to, bring some attention, stuff like that, which I kind of don't like, because again, he's an actor. I don't like actors when they get involved in politics. But they came to his defense a few days ago, and now they're going after him. Such a beautiful thing to see, right? If there was a documentary that talks about just the left, you'll see, and here you see the leftist eating another leftist for making some comments about an individual. It's a really beautiful thing to see how such creatures that have so much in common will eat each other at the moment there's a slight difference in their opinion. It's amazing. I mean, just imagine the documentary, right? But anyways, let's see why John Boyega is apologizing. Because the first thing we do when it comes to dealing with SJWs is never apologize. Why? Because these aren't people that are looking to hear what you have to say. These are people that are not looking forward to forgive you. They're looking forward to destroying you. Okay? But let's see John Boyega committing the biggest mistake when it comes to SJWs, apologizing. So let's see what USA Today has to say about this. John Boyega apologizes for a badly worded comment about social media harassment. John Boyega is apologizing after making a comment about social media harassment that some believe targeted his Star Wars co-star Kelly Marie Tran. Tran, who joined the Star Wars franchise as Rose Tico in 2017's The Last Jedi, was met with a wave of online harassment after the release of the film. The fandom has been split on whether the movie met expectations, with some fans hating on Tran and her character in particular. After months of harassment, the actress deleted all her Instagram posts in June 2018. Her still empty profile now reads "afraid but doing it anyway." In a recent interview with Variety, Boyega was asked about the pros and cons of being able to interact with Star Wars fans on social media. The interviewer brought up the negative attention Tran received. And here's the thing, okay? Here's the thing. I agree with Boyega to some degree, okay? The internet is full of really nasty people, okay? And here's the thing though, SJWs want you to believe that the world is all nice and caring and so compassionate, but that's not the case. That's not the case. That is why a lot of people say Twitter's not the real world, because it's not. When you go to Twitter and say, "Oh, look at me! I just lost 5 pounds, even though I weigh 100, even though I weigh 250 pounds, and I'm incredibly obese," right? People will say, "Oh, good for you, good for you, good for you," right? And there's that one person who says, you effing fat F, right? That's the person who will probably tell you that in the real world too. Okay, that's how the world is. No matter what you do, people will find something to hate you for. I've had nasty comments in some videos, and you know what I do? Instead of deleting them like some other YouTubers do, I just leave them there. I just leave them like, I don't give a damn. You want to say something bad? Go ahead. It's free speech. It's all free. And the thing, like when it comes to free speech, expressing your opinion, I do not. When someone says, "Oh, you suck," yada yada yada, I was like, oh, I don't care, dude. I'll leave it there. I don't care. I don't care. Sometimes I'll even reply with some comments like, "Good for you, man. Have a nice day." I don't care. I mean, I don't care what they have to say. If it's not constructive criticism, then I won't pay attention to it. But that's the real world. People are out there who will literally go after you for no matter for no reason whatsoever. That's the real world. The real world is full of really mean and nasty people, and yet people want to believe that they're not. They don't exist. They do. They really do. Anyways, let's keep going. Boyega stressed the positive of social media, lauding the ability to understand how the masses think through hearing from fans online. But at the same time, for those who are not mentally strong, you are weak to believe in every single thing that you read. He said, "That's it is what it is." And I don't know, for me anyway. When I see that backlash, I'm like, well, that's actually not true. But no, it is actually not true. So it's kind of like shrugs. He actually shrugs. It is what it is. But to engage, to connect with fans who otherwise wouldn't get a day-to-day experience, especially doing things like the press tour and behind the scenes, it's always good stuff. I agree with this guy. I agree with this guy. I don't agree with everything he says, right, all the time. But yes, it is true, though. It is true. There are some benefits to social media. But you have to be mentally strong if you want to expose yourself to the world. When you're exposing your ideas, what you believe, what you're doing, you're bound to face some criticism. And if the first thing to do when it comes to criticism is either calling them trolls or deleting your account, kind of shows you can't handle criticism. Kind of shows you're not mentally strong. So I agree. You think that when I saw my first negative comment on my channel, you think I said, "Oh, boo-hoo, I'm gonna stop doing YouTube videos now"? No, I just said, "Okay, whatever. I don't care." Right? I think the comment was something in regards to my character, not the content. Right? Not even the policy, just my character. Something in regards to, "Oh, you effing or whatever." I'm thinking, I don't give a damn, dude. I don't care. I do not care, and I'm still doing it. I'm still doing it. So so what then, right? But now they're going after him. Why? Because he doesn't win in the oppression Olympics, even though they defended him a few days ago. The day after the interview published online, Boyega apologized on Twitter, claiming that he was in no way referring to Kelly when I made my comments, although the interviewer mentioned her given the topic. Hey, I was really speaking from my own perspective through the franchise, he added. Sometimes I felt strong and sometimes I felt weak. Badly worded, though. I apologize. Don't apologize, dude. You shouldn't have apologized, because then they're not gonna forgive you. They're gonna hold this against you. They're not. But yes, I do believe in what he just said. If you do not have the mental strength to deal with social media, then you shouldn't be connected to the internet, because the internet is filled with a lot of people that will tell you a lot of nasty things, and you need to be able to withstand those things. Okay, you need to be able to endure. You need to be able to withstand all that negative stuff. One thing is criticism. Another thing is you effing this. You should kill yourself. That's a totally different thing. But your choice is whether or not to take it to heart, to take it seriously. I don't take a lot of negative comments to my character seriously. When they say, "Oh, you effing this, you effing that," I don't take them seriously. I just like, "Oh, whatever." I'm not gonna give them the time of day, right? But that's the thing, though. A lot of people are just so weak-willed that they have to start. That Twitter has to start implementing hate speech policies. They have to start doing all these things because apparently they can't handle what social media can do. Right? They can't handle the idea that there's some people out there that will tell you nasty things. Boyega directed followers to his comments on Kelly specifically pertaining to online harassment from June 8, 2018, in which he slammed Star Wars fans for harassing stars because they didn't enjoy an aspect of the movie. If you don't like Star Wars or the characters, understand that there are decision makers, and harassing the actors will do nothing. He wrote in the time. You are not entitled to politeness when your approach is rude, even if you paid for the ticket. Yes, I do agree. I don't like Kelly Marie Tran's character of Rosiko. I don't like I don't like the actors. I haven't even heard of the actors before the Last Jedi. I just don't find the character of Rosiko interesting. I don't. But yes, if you're not entitled to politeness when your approach is rude, even if you pay for a ticket, forget the ticket part. But for example, let's look at leftists for example. Leftists are surprised when the people they attack suddenly start fighting back and they actually start winning. Then they're surprised. Why would they do this? Why would they do this? Why were they beating me up? Well, because you were beating them up in the first place, you jackass. Right? Don't expect politeness from people when you're being rude to them. Just don't. Okay? So yeah, I do agree with that statement. Again, I don't agree with everything he says, but yes, I do agree with what he's saying there. Okay? In an essay published in August 2018 in the New York Times, the Star Wars: The Last Jedi, I just wrote it. It wasn't their words. It was that I started to believe them. Well, that is your problem then. That is your fault. You believe what they were telling you, and that is your fault. It kind of shows you that you're mentally weak. Okay, you're mentally weak, and that shows you that she has no place in social media. Why? Because she can't handle what people are telling her. People out there will tell you a lot of nasty stuff, and if you can't handle it, then why are you there in the first place? She wrote the words seemed to confirm that growing up as a woman and a person of color had taught her that she belonged in margins and spaces. She wrote she started blaming herself and felt brainwashed into believing her existence was limited to the boundaries of another person's approval. To some degree, I would agree. Yes, you are. You to some degree, you're not limited though. I wouldn't say that. But to some degree, yes, you have to be approved in many cases. When you go to a movie, when you go to audition for a movie, they don't just give you the role. You have to prove to them that you're worthy of the role, that you're deserving of the role. And if they do, they give you approval, right? But if it's the case of, oh, you don't deserve to be in this movie because you are a minority, then that's a problem. I do disagree with that. But yeah, in life, you have to gain people's approval. How do you think I became a manager where I work? Well, even though I have 6 years of experience, because I got the approval from someone else. I told them I want to be a manager. I want to do this. I have a high work ethic. Sorry, I have a high work ethic, and I always go above and beyond to do my job. I want to be a manager. I didn't even ask them. I said I want to be a manager. Obviously, I went through a process. The training, yada yada yada, and then the approval. But not because I was Mexican, but because they wanted to make sure that the person who got the job was qualified for that job. And I was. Same thing at my new job. When I told them I want to be manager, same process. Not because I was Mexican, but because I needed to make sure that the person who got the job was qualified. That's what it was. Okay? So it's not a matter of being limited to your skin color. It's about, yeah, in this world, yeah, we have to be approved for a lot of things. Especially when it comes to a job. Right? But it's not a matter of being a minority. It's not. But anyways, let's keep going. The actress, who had previously mostly starred in smaller comedic roles, made history as the first Asian American actress starred in a Star Wars film. Tran wrote she wants to live in a world where people of all races and genders are seen as human beings. And we do. The majority of us do. If I see an Asian person talking to me or walking towards me, I say, hello, how are you doing? I don't care. I mean, I see them as a human being. I see them as a person. I see them as my equal. But in the case of the left, it's not about equality. It's about special treatment. It's about superiority over someone else. And that's where I have the problem. That's why I disagree with the left. Because the left doesn't want equality. They want special treatment. They want hate speech, right? They don't want you to make fun of certain people. When it comes to the LGBTQ community, they say they want equality. But when it comes to someone like Dave Chappelle making jokes about them, then they get offended. And they say, oh, I'm offended. You can't tell jokes about me. Well, that's the thing about equality. You get the equal treatment and equal responsibilities. Okay? Just because, in other words, you want special treatment. You do not want equality. You want special treatment. But anyways, I'm going. We always hear those stories about people who are born in a specific position, like you're the chosen one, or you have a power, or you are a hotshot. Tran, the daughter of Vietnamese immigrants, told USA Today in 2017. Rose represents this person who was in the background. It's really cool to see someone like that be forced into the forefront of the action and how she deals with it. That concludes the article. But like I said, John Boyega shouldn't have apologized. I agree with what he said, though. If you do not have the mental capacity to deal with what people tell you on social media, like Facebook, Twitter, then you shouldn't be on social media. One of the first things that my mom even told me when Facebook even came out, she told me, if you're going to be on Facebook, there's going to be people out there who will tell you a lot of mean things. Your job is to make sure to not listen to them and not take them to heart, because if you do, then you shouldn't be on the platform. And I abide with that code to this day. If you can't handle being on social media, then why are you here? Why are you on social media? The social media, social media is full with a lot of nasty people, and apparently some people they don't know that. Either that or they refuse to believe it. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this. Are you guys surprised that John Boyega is now being chewed up by the left? The same left that went to his defense and when they really refused to acknowledge your privilege? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and hit the notification button as well, though you'll never miss an upload. And if you want to, share the video. If you think this video is worthy of sharing, feel free to share it on social media with your friends and family. And again, let me know what you guys think about this. If you guys are surprised that the SJWs went after John Boyega despite coming to his defense a few days earlier. Okay, I'll see you guys next time.